Welcome to Taste Reviews Drink Edition. I'm your host, Derek Silver, and this is episode 11. Today we got a new one for you. It's called Blackened. Yes. So, for all the new viewers out there, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the notification button. And if you're a current subscriber and you haven't already hit the notification button, make sure you do it. And lastly, do this favor for me, please. Make sure you like the video. I don't even see who likes the videos on YouTube. So if that helps you, go ahead and do it. But the reason for liking is it helps with the algorithm to get my videos out there to more people. It costs you nothing. It is free. So make sure you like, and you can do whatever else you want to do after that. You can share it. You can comment on it. Yeah. Shout out to all the people who have donated to the show. Shout out to all the people who have been liking it. Shout out to all the subscribers, everybody who has hit the notification button. And we're going to get right to it with this one. This one I'm excited about. This one caught my eye when I went whiskey shopping today after I left the gym. The crazy thing is, I was dead set on getting a Japanese whiskey to review. One of the earlier episodes, I reviewed a Japanese whiskey, and I was dead set on doing it again this time. But one of the things about whiskey shopping, something that's always going to grab you, is going to catch your eye, whether it be the bottle, the label, the name of it, the color of it. And this one right here caught my eye. Even after picking up the bottle, I walked around the store for a while looking at some of the Japanese whiskeys, and nothing made me put this bottle back. So we're here right now with Blackened. Um, it's a blend of straight whiskeys finished in black brandy cask. So you know how we do it. I'm going to start off with a description. We're going to get to your favorite part, the tasting, and then we're going to end it off with a tasting review. So just looking at the bottle, they don't have a large description on it. They have something pretty simple. So I'm going to read that, and then we're going to move along to the website. So it says Blackened, a bold collaboration of the finest hand-selected whiskeys and unrivaled composition of craft and creativity, born in cask, forged by sound, bottled by Sweet Amber Distilling Company, Columbus, Ohio. So it's a nice bottle. It's a fifth, 45% alcohol volume, 90 proof. And it's a nice, simple bottle. I like the logo. That's initially what grabbed me. The logo, the label grabbed me. The color of the whiskey. The bottle is nice and sleek. Um, Black is my favorite color, so that just tied all into it. So this one definitely caught my eye. So moving along to the website, I'm going to give you a brief description on what they have right here. It says the original Blackened, a blend of straight whiskeys finished in brandy cask. This award-winning whiskey is a marriage of the finest North American straight bourbon and rye whiskeys, and uniquely finished and sonically enhanced in brandy cask using the black noise process to extract more flavor from the wood. The sweetness of the bourbon is perfectly balanced with the savory spice offered by the rye. The whiskey is further enhanced with the brandy cask finish, adding notes of apricot, which plays perfectly alongside the honey and caramel notes of the blend. While I was in the store, I looked at the website, and one of the other things that brought this whiskey to my attention and made me want to try it was it got 90 points from wine enthusiasts. It won the double gold award in 2021 SIP Awards, double gold award in 2021 for the Proof Awards. It won gold award in 2022, the John Barley Corn Awards. It won a platinum award in 2021 at the Ascot Awards, and it won a gold award in 2020 at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. So the tasting notes: nose, burnt caramel, oak, and honey. Palate: honey, cinnamon, allspice, dark fruit, clove, and mint. The finish: long and smooth, slightly creamy with hints of butterscotch, taffy, maple, and honey. Sounds good. It sounds very good. Sounds interesting. So, one of the other things, lastly, that brought my attention to this whiskey, and I read briefly about it in the description of this particular um, whiskey, is the black noise process that they use. So, from reading their overall website, they basically use some sort of process where they they develop a sound process through a sound technology where they sonically enhance the process of the whiskey, the the production of the whiskey. It says the black noise process was co-developed by engineers at Meyer Sound, global leaders in sound technology. This sonic enhancement process produces low hertz sound waves, causing the whiskey to reverberate at a fast rate, interacting with the oak staves of the barrel, measurably releasing wood compounds and flavors like toasted coconut, vanilla, butterscotch, and caramel. The result is a magnificently balanced whiskey that's robust in flavor and ideal for sipping neat on the rocks or in a classic signature cocktail. Just like the last episode and some of the previous ones. I'm so excited to taste it. It got me fumbling my words. So we got the description out the way, the tasting notes, all that good stuff. So now on to your favorite part of the show. And I'm very excited about this tasting. So let's get to it. So we're back for your favorite part of the show. Actually, my favorite, the tasting. So I got my two tumblers on the outside and I got my nose and glass on the inside. The color is a nice golden color, nice gold color, real nice, like a yellowish gold color. It's not too oily. It's pretty much not, yeah. It's not oily at all, pretty much. Real thin. And let's remember the tasting notes. The tasting notes for the nose were burnt caramel, oak, and honey. So I'm going to start with the nose and glass. I definitely smell honey. I smell caramel. And I can definitely smell the oak. So I definitely smell all three of them. Smells real good. It's not overwhelming. It's not strong at all. So let me taste it. I taste the honey. I taste the cinnamon. I taste the clove. And I taste the mint. I taste the mint on the back end of it, on the finish. The allspice, yeah, it has a spiciness to it, but it's not an overwhelming spice. I've had some whiskeys that were very spicy, um, but the whiskey is very smooth. They say in their tasting notes that the finish is long and smooth, but I don't see it as that. It's I'll give it a medium long. It could be considered long, a long finish, but it's definitely smooth. It does have a creamy taste to it. The finish is creamy. Um, it says hints of butterscotch, taffy, maple, and honey. On the finish, I definitely can taste the maple and the honey. It's, it has a rich flavor to it, but it's not overly rich. It's not like overwhelming. It just gives you a hint of it, which they do say in their tasting notes. So it's you definitely it has a sweetness to it with a slight spice on the back end of it. So it's real smooth. It starts out with a spice from the cinnamon and the allspice, and it finishes real smooth and real creamy. The dark fruit, I'm still trying to get the dark fruit. Um, I haven't experienced the taste of dark fruit on my palate, but it's real smooth. Um, it has a real sweet, spicy sweetness to it, or spicy creaminess to it. So it's not overwhelming. It's really smooth and it's really good from the nosing glass, drinking it neat. So now I'm gonna move on to the tumbler with ice. Now with the tumbler with ice, it's not an overwhelming smell to it, and I didn't expect that because even from the nosing glass neat, is not an overwhelming smell. But it still has that honey scent to it. Like I can smell the honey way more now with the ice in it. Okay, so with the ice, I taste more of the clove, uh, more of the allspice, but it's not spicy. I can just taste allspice, but I definitely taste a lot of the clove. Um, I taste the honey. I don't taste the mint anymore with the ice. Um, I'm still not tasting any dark fruit. I'm gonna see once again. I didn't even cleanse my palate. Let me do that. Oh, I'm slipping. All right, cleanse my palate and I'm gonna take another taste. Taste the honey. With the ice, I taste more of the honey, more of the clove. Um, I don't taste the mint. I taste the hint of the cinnamon. Uh, with the ice on the finish is much, much more smoother with the ice in it, and it's not long at all. The finish is short. Taste just a hint of the spice, but with the ice, it is super smooth, super creamy, and you taste the clove and the honey. It blends well together with the ice. It tastes really good with the ice. So let me cleanse my palate this time, and then I'm gonna put a splash of water in the next tumbler. Okay. With the splash of water, I can still smell the honey. I can smell the caramel. The honey and the caramel is very strong with the splash of water. Um, just a little bit. I smell a little bit of the oak because mm, burp number one. And now you know it's good. So the honey and the caramel is much more overwhelming. So I don't smell the oak as much, but I still smell it. Smells real good. All right, let me take a taste. Okay, with a splash of water. It's still very smooth. The finish is short, and I taste the honey. I taste the cinnamon. I taste the clove, but I don't taste the allspice or the mint. So that's a theme there. So with the ice and the splash of water, it definitely calms down this allspice and the mint flavors. And it's ultra, ultra, ultra smooth and creamy with the ice and the splash of water. And with it being neat, you taste everything. So it's all about preference at this point with this whiskey. Now I'm gonna end off this tasting and then we're gonna move on to the tasting review. We're back with the tasting review. So, as I just stated during the tasting, at the end of the tasting, that with this whiskey, it's all about preference. Either drinking it on the rocks or with a splash of water, you're going to love it because it's ultra smooth, it's very creamy. You get all of the sweetness flavors of it from the honey to the clove and the cinnamon. You don't get any of the allspice or the mint with the ice or the splash of water. But if you want to have all the flavors, even the dark fruit, which I didn't taste, but I'm sure it's in there somewhere, but I just didn't taste it. Drinking it neat, you'll have all of the flavors. Uh, I'm very surprised with this whiskey. I'm glad that it called me. I'm glad that it caught my eye because this is a very good whiskey. Like, I definitely will buy this whiskey again for my own personal collection. Blackened. So out of 5 tastes, I give Blackened 5 out of 5 tastes. Yes. 5 out of 5 tastes for Blackened whiskey. This one was a shock to me. I definitely didn't expect this one when I picked it up. I was kind of sitting there like, oh man, I just bought this whiskey right here that looks a little too, what I want to say. I can't even think of the word, but it seemed too marketable to the point where it grabs you just for you to buy it and it wasn't going to be a good whiskey. So I'll say that it seemed like it was real marketable. And I felt as though that it was going to be a disappointment, but I was definitely wrong about that. Blacken is a very good whiskey, and it's at a good price point. I spent $45 for it for a fifth of it. Um, like I said, it's 45% alcohol volume, 90 proof, and it's a good one. 5 out of 5 tastes for Blackened whiskey. Whatever preference you have, it will satisfy it. Whether it's on the rocks where you want it a ultra smooth or with a splash of water, as well as ultra smooth, or you want to have it neat where you taste all of the flavors. So it's for men and women. Like, this is a great whiskey. So I'm definitely going to try to make some cocktails with this one as well and see how it turns out. Thank you again for tuning in to Taste Reviews Drink Edition. I'm your host, Derek Silver. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you drink responsibly. Drink responsibly.